Hi guys, you're watching my new show which I came up to recently. I will cover the latest tech news, the trends, the products, the new UI coding trends which you can use in your daily routine as an indie maker. All the news will be covered from the perspective of a maker, so you will find this useful and applicable. I hope you will find this show interesting and entertaining. The first thing I want to cover is the new market analysis by Evan Armstrong on the topic the creator economy. Evan claims that the creator economy bubble has crashed and the whole market went down. Before we dig a little deeper, let's talk about what the creator economy is. The creator economy is a market of services for creators such as artists, music makers, producers, illustrations, designers, that kind of stuff. Imagine you are an artist, you create icons and you want it to be sold, right? You need a service to place your goods, your digital products to be sold, and you use some kind of service. For example, the most perhaps notorious service for that is Gumroad. You must have heard of that. You can upload your art there and sell it. Gumroad takes a commission for each sale. It's 10%. And this is an example of the creator economy service. And even claims that the market goes down. So why is that? The short answer is that this whole market isn't sustainable because the services created for creators can't earn money. As simple as that. How's that? It's because the creators are poor, right? Musicians, artists, people who create beautiful stuff don't have money to sell it, to promote it, and they are not able to pay for the services. So in this market, only the big corporations win. Only the players who take 99% of the market can earn big money. The rest lose. And examples of such big players are YouTube, right? On YouTube there are a lot of makers, but if you will create another video hosting platform tomorrow, you will earn like zero, right? Because every creator will use YouTube only, and everybody will also watch YouTube only. So according to the article of Evan, the only way to earn on the creator economy market is to make a tool for the niche which big companies are afraid of. An example of such a service is OnlyFans, right? Because big companies such as Google, Facebook are afraid of NSWF, of porn, right? They don't want porn content on their networks, so people can create a platform for that and take the whole market. I highly recommend you to look at this article. The main reason why is because the market analysis done by Evan is made perfectly. You will learn a lot how to analyze markets by reading this small article alone. Next thing I want to cover is a course, a series of videos made by my friend Dagobert Renov, and it's called How to Dominate Twitter. Right, and in this course you will learn how to dominate Twitter. You will learn how to create followership, how to find friends, how to influence, how to write, how to post, then to post, how to find inspiration, how to manage all the thing, and how to keep yourself motivated. It's only $80, but I would pay twice more for this. This piece of content is priceless. And I want to briefly cover the things that I personally enjoyed in this course. And these are my personal insights, right? You will find something for you. This course isn't about what is stated here, right? It's not notes, it's what I personally found interesting. Dagobert pays a lot of attention to replying. He says that it's 90% of success. When reply, you do a lot of useful for your progress. First, you make new connections, right? You make friends by answering to others' tweets, or by commenting the replies. You also start the process of creation of new tweets. When replying, you can make a available reply and then repurpose this as a standalone tweet. I don't want to cover these insights in the video. If you want, you can pause the video and read what I found interesting. And of course, I again encourage you to buy the course because it's the most valuable insight on how to do social media in nowadays, especially after Elon Musk bought Twitter. The game changed and you need to adapt. You want to learn how to grow from the best, from the moderns, the most flexible people such as Dagobert Rinov. We are moving next. The next thing I want to cover is no-code backend. You may have heard of the no-code movement. It's a huge market which is growing day by day, and it's mature enough to have some sub-markets. There is no-code website page builders, there are no-code application builders, and now there are more niched things such as no-code database management tools and no-code backend builders. We know that no-code can allow us to create applications faster, like really fast, but there are some limitations. Bubble is cool, but it's really limited, right? You cannot create anything there, and as your app scales, there is complexity which also grows, and your app becomes sluggish and loads really slow, and the experience is bad. So there are sub-products in the no-code markets, the no-code backend builders. They expect you to have your own front-end code, but they want to take the backend part on them. The boring things such as user administration, authentication, payments, CRM, this kind of boring stuff which takes a lot of time to build, to maintain, is now can be created with no code, right? You don't need to spend developers' time to make this. And there are some examples in the market. The first one you may have already know is Supabase. And we are, by the way, moving our database to Supabase 2. Supabase is an open source Firebase alternative. It's a no-code backend. You can manage storage, APIs, some functions, databases, but without coding, without going to shell, to terminal, without doing too geeky stuff. You can just use the dashboard, move your cursor on the screen, and change fundamental things in your architecture. There are a lot of examples. It's not only Supabase. One more example is Back4App. It's another low-code backend editor. There is one more called Xano. They raised money, 5 millions, not so long time ago. And there are more. Trust me, there are much more, not only these three. What's important for us as makers here to know? It's important that the huge no-code market is now splitting into niched services, right? There is a no-code backend builder, no-code database management tool, no-code authentication tool, right? And you can imagine more of them. You can niche down even more, right? And create something new. And there is a space for that. Investors are interested in such tools. If you want to go the VC way, which I highly don't recommend, if you want to go bootstrap, you can do some customer development and find out what pieces, what types of functionality startup makers, product owners don't want to code. What pieces of their applications we want to be operated by a no-code manager, not by a programmer. Do some customer developers. The market is getting ready for these new tools. You can become the first. You can easily make something new and useful and earn money, not because you're a great marketer, but because you felt that timing, that trend well, and gave people what we need and want. Let's move to the next trend. The next thing I want to share you is the new trend in UI, in user interface. It's called Bento UI. Let's have a look here. Here's an example of a great post on the Web Designer Report magazine. It's about the new trend. And here you can see some examples of Bento UI websites in the wild. Here is another one. As you can see, the main principle of this is having a square with rounded corners. It's like the old good material design, but with border radius now. Sounds funny, but it's a new trend, and it's look quite well, you know, quite catchy. UI used by Apple a lot. Apple knows what good UI is. And here is one example of a tool made by indie makers, which used this new Bento UI trend, and they even got this name, Bento, in their project's name. It's a tool for making link in bio. Link in bio is a tool for making a page with all your links. And here is an example of how it can be used, right? Here I created my link in bio page using this indie service called Bento, and I got my page under my unique URL. And it looks like this. Here is the Bento UI I am talking about. You can see how neat it is. It's really lightweight, fresh and modern. I love that. And perhaps using this sleek UI was one of the reasons why Bento was so successful. It was acquired by Linktree, by a huge company, right? Congratulations, Bento. Really nice work. And while they are celebrating, we will go next and have a look at the next trend. The next thing I want to cover is LinkedIn. And LinkedIn sucks. As you know, LinkedIn is the worst social network in the world. I just hate it. It's full of spam bots, of people who are not real, for fake, of people who are real but they post fake things. I just hate LinkedIn. I don't know how to use it properly. I just ignore it all the time. And there is demand for a professional network. People need social network where they can connect with professionals, with experts, with peers in design, marketing, development, right? LinkedIn, but a good one. And there are two of them, actually. I don't know if you know, but here's an example. The first one is called Polywork. I actually joined it over a year ago. It's a really sleek, modern, and fast social network for professionals. You can find people here for literally anything, for customer development, for beta testing, for buying, trying your product, for participating in podcast. In your settings, in your profile, you can tell the world what you need, what you're looking for. Here, for example, I stated that I'm open for advising companies, content creation, and that kind of stuff. You often get new inquiries, new offers to me to attend on a podcast or give an interview or co-found something. I really like this network. I like that it's fresh, it's new, and people here are really active. They are open to collaboration, right? If you reach someone active on Twitter, they don't have time, they have DMs closed, but here on Polywork, whenever you are new or mature developer, if you reach someone, anyone actually, on this social network, they will reply you back and you will have something. And this is not only limited to the users, this includes the founders. If you reach out to founders, they will reply you, they will send you merch, they will help you to promote your content here on this network, because they are interested in getting active contributors. Same goes for the similar LinkedIn clone called Peer List. I spent less time here, I just signed up. What I loved here is that I can actually import all my previous experience on Product Hunt, right? I don't have much experience working in companies. I don't have much experience in traditional media. I am a maker and I make products, and I made a lot of products. I want to show off this my experience, and Peer List allows you to do that literally within a single click. I just clicked import my products from Product Hunt and voila, here they are. People can see what I made and that I am cool. And again, this network is also new and fresh, and you can ask the creators, the founders of PeerList, to help you to promote your stuff. Same goes with Polywork. Why is this important for us, for makers? You are a maker and you don't have network, you don't have followership, you have 500, maybe 1000 followers on Twitter, and that's all. Your tweets don't get much attention. You can't give your product a spark. But if you join these new networks and you become an active member of these new fresh communities, you will have much bigger chances. Why is that? Because these communities aren't saturated yet. And if you shine, if you are a bright contributor, you will get noticed instantly, like in no time. And more than that, the founders of these services, PeerList and Polywork, I will leave the links in the description, will also help you to promote yourself, your product, your ideas, your content. You will feel boosted, you will get the boost. And if you struggle to promote anything, content, product, yourself, consider joining the new networks. It's much easier to grow there. The last thing I want to share with you is not a trend, it's not a piece of news, it's not a product, it's a website called Founders Hub, created by Microsoft. And if you sign up here, you can get free credits for your startup. There are plenty of tools you will get credits for, but one I claimed instantly, I think it's the most valuable one, is, guess what? OpenAI, right? OpenAI belongs to Microsoft and it offers you some credits for OpenAI in their Founders Hub. And that's a lot. That's actually $2,500. That's a lot, and you can apply with your startup here. It's easy, just fill in a form, not too big. You don't have to fill in much details, just a simple form, what you build, who are you, and get these credits. And not only OpenAI, much more interesting things here, such as Bubble. I also loved Miro, Stripe payments. Yeah, how cool is that? I would use these credits to create some crazy experiments with your SaaS, with your mobile application, to add some AI integration in your existing interface or UX flows. And therefore you can gain some new attention, get some growth, just by adding some features which you didn't have budget for, but now you have credits, you can experiment and give yourself a boost. This was the last thing I wanted to share with you guys. See you in a week. Thanks for watching my video, for listening to it. If you enjoy the content I make, you can subscribe to my email newsletter. I send trends in a form of a text.